District Court judge just blocked the filings of new DACA applications a couple of days ago. We'll talk about the significance of this decision and how it may be the beginning of a road towards immigration reform. This decision might open the door for Congress to pass immigration reform in a very interesting way. In this video, we'll talk about the significance of this decision, what it means for DACA holders, but also what it means for you guys that are waiting for immigration reform to pass. So make sure you watch this video until the end. I'll tell you all the details you need to know about an upcoming immigration reform. Hello everybody, and welcome back to our immigration channel. Immigration news and everything else that you need to make your immigration journey less stressful. My name is Jacob Sapochnick, and I'm an immigration attorney based in San Diego, California, and I help clients in all 50 states. In this video, we're going to talk about some important things that happened in the past week or so, specifically when it comes to immigration reform. Everything is connected. Make sure you watch this video until the end. I'm going to explain to you what is happening right now in Congress and how this decision could impact the future of immigration reform. Remember, if you're here for the first time, do not forget to subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos or our live updates, and also give us a big like so YouTube will be able to share this video with more people just like you. A couple of days ago, a federal judge in Texas placed a permanent injunction on the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrival, also known as DACA, essentially preventing new DACA applications from being submitted or adjudicated by the USCIS Immigration Service. As you remember, the DACA program was first introduced as an executive order by President Obama in 2012. It has essentially allowed almost 1 million young kids to be able to get work permits and the legal right to stay and work in the United States. The program went through a lot of up and downs during the Trump administration period, where it was blocked and then was reinstated again. The significance of this ruling from a couple of days ago: so while it blocks new DACA applicants, it still allows renewals to continue, but we don't know for how long. The issue is that one of the main things that Biden announced when he became president is that he's going to preserve the DACA program and make it permanent, which means that if there's going to be any immigration reform, if there's going to be any hope for immigration reform, the first thing that has to happen is create a permanent path for legalization for the dreamers. The timing of this decision is so interesting, right in the middle of the heat of the budget negotiations in Congress. In the actual budget deal, there is language reserved specifically for immigration changes and immigration reform. And let's discuss it in detail right now. For the first time in many years, Congress could actually enact a widespread legalization that we've never seen since the 1980s. And essentially what I mean by that is that the unlikely vehicle for this immigration reform is going to be the budget reconciliation process with a budget of more than $3.5 trillion infrastructure plan. It really depends on the approval of all 50 members of Senate's Democratic caucus. In my mind, because of the large size of this budget deal, any immigration provisions in that package are less likely to be cut off because of the size of this budget. So what is it going to look like, these immigration provisions in the budget deal? From early leaks, from what we hear, it's going to be almost like an expanded version of H.R. 6, which is essentially the American Dream and Promise Act that passed already in the House. And again, with perfect timing with the judge's decision in Texas, which essentially bars new DACA applications for filing cases, this immigration reform that we are so close to getting passed is going to focus on three main groups. First, it's going to be the dreamers, those young children that were brought here at a young age and went to school here, are not criminals, and eventually were able to get temporary status under the Obama program in 2012, are going to be first category to be able to get permanent status under this plan. The second group are people that are currently inside the United States under temporary protected status, also known as TPS, and we've seen in the news countries like Burma and Venezuela, Yemen are among those included. Those people that keep renewing their status for years are going to be able to get a permanent way to stay in this country. Finally, a broad category of those people that define essential workers and farm workers. Those are also in the plan to be able to get a pathway for permanent residency and eventually U.S. citizenship. Now remember, if the reconciliation process works and we're able to get Congress to agree on the process of legalization, it's going to broaden out, for example, the category of the dreamers. So it's not just people that came here before 2007. It's going to open the door to people that came here before January 1st of 2020, and they were here under the age of 18. That's going to open the door to so many people. Some of you may be watching this video at this moment. So it's not just for dreamers. And that's why the impact of this court decision is so huge, because essentially to act and make a decision now rather than later. And now is the time, because such a reconciliation package deal we've never seen before. And just like with DACA, when you're talking about TPS, people in temporary status, they really have nowhere to go. They keep renewing their statuses for years, and eventually we have to find a solution for them. So once again, that's the reason why DACA and TPS are so closely connected, and passing the Dream and Promise Act has to happen right now. So again, there's no other way but to pass this legislation, and right now taking this into account is so important. Finally, if you talk about essential workers and farm workers, if you remember, the original amnesty from 1986 actually started with farm workers. They were the first one to be able to legalize themselves after working in the United States temporarily, initially without status, then with a work permit, and eventually they all got their amnesty. So again, these categories, TPS, DACA, and the farm workers and essential workers, are now all in the same pool, and they're all waiting for one thing: get them the path to legalize their status, open the door for more people to get their chance to get a residency here through a way of amnesty. If Democrats miss this opportunity now, they're not going to get a bite at this apple again for many, many years to come. So once again, we call Congress to do the right thing, and we're going to be watching this very closely, and I promise you I'm going to be updating you on this channel of any new developments or anything that is important to make progress with immigration reform this year. Once again, if you have questions, let me know in the comments. It is really important, and I know that a lot of you are frustrated because nothing is happening, but I do feel that something big is definitely coming. So once again, if you're here for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, click the bell to be notified so you don't miss any of our videos, and also give us a big like so YouTube will be able to share this video with more people just like you. And if you are stuck, if you're in limbo, if you need help with your case, please send me a text, 619-483-4549. I'm here for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.